Hey there friends, I'm Mark Crowley back with another How to Draw video. Sorry it's been so long since my last video. Was on the road doing a lot of different stuff, but we're back and I should be able to do plenty more videos in the weeks and months to come. I thought I'd do another How to Draw Hair video, this time focusing on just drawing female characters' hair, my character Miki as always. Let's just get started here. As you can see, I've already sort of indicated the shape of the head here, and I think instead of messing around too much with rough guidelines, just to save time, I'm going to go ahead and start putting in kind of near final lines for some of this hair, just because I've drawn this character so many times that maybe I can do this without fear of getting it totally wrong. Let me talk a little bit about what I'm doing here. When I draw her sort of turned away in space like this, I tend to break this side of the hair into two parts, the kind of upper hair part and the lower hair part. So I'm working on this sort of upper hair part right now, just indicating where this portion of the hair falls. And what happens, what I like to do is kind of break up the line that forms at the top of the head. Just watch how I do this. Maybe get a section in here that's kind of coming up like this, and then another section coming back to the part. This is where the hair is going to kind of stop and start to come out on the other side. So I think it helps to make the hair have a shape to it, to kind of break up the line. I don't always do that in my manga series Miki Falls, but it does help to make it, I don't know, more attractive to look at. And I'm going to move over to the other side of the hair here, and this is going to be just one sweep, but even this one kind of breaks into two parts, you'll see. But anyway, I'm going to follow this one down and create just a little extra strand here on the side. I like to make little extra strands of hair apart from the main body of the hair. And one thing I've tried to do with this video is allow myself to move around the page. You know, normally, as I've said before, I would be sort of twirling the page around to get the ideal pivot point of my wrist. As I make these videos, I really don't want to be spinning the page around, so I'm kind of moving myself around. In any case, I'm creating one long section of hair here coming down the side of the face. And then I'm going to kind of break away down here and create a second section that's sort of blowing across her cheek. Let me just finish the kind of bangs here. Again, I've moved over to this side to try to get a natural sweep of my wrist as I put these lines in. Now I'm going to come over here and get this secondary section of hair that's kind of coming in here, blowing across her cheek in hopefully an attractive way. This whole way of doing hair, I should say, is influenced a lot by Kosuke Fujishima, the creator of Oh My Goddess, or Ah My Goddess, depending on which version of it you see, I guess. In any case, he really is a master of drawing hair, and so you should definitely check out his work if you want to learn about drawing hair, particularly female characters' hair. In any case, I've kind of got that second section in, kind of blowing across the cheek. I'm going to start to work on the secondary section that's down here. Again, and I've said this in my videos before, it really helps if you want to have a smooth line to be moving your pen or pencil fairly quickly once you've got it in place. And that comes with time, practice, getting a nice quick line in there that just has a certain gracefulness to it. Now this is an idea that I got from Kosuke Fujishima, and that is to have these sort of longer strands of hair coming in front of a shorter section in the back, And that can be something you try, again, just to create more shape and body to the hair. I'm going to come way over here to create a couple of strands of hair. Now this is where it really gets tricky with the video. I wish I could move all the way over here, but trying to get the natural movement of my wrist to work in my favor here. Well, not the most beautiful lines I could have done, but anyway, you get the idea. And I'm going to go ahead and have these continue behind here. This is getting kind of meticulous, but this is the kind of sort of shot hair thing that I'm trying to create here today. Let me just see what time we have left here. We are kind of coming down and running out of time. I'm going to end my usual band of highlights here, although I'm going to try to make it a little more complicated than I normally do, because I'm going to have highlights all across the hair, not just at the top here, which is where I normally throw it in and just sort of leave it at that. But I thought that people might enjoy seeing a little more highlight going on here. Again, this is sort of like a beauty shot, almost like fashion pose illustration here. I don't know if you want to go this get this involved every time you draw a hair. I don't think anybody maybe wants to do that, but if you want to draw your character, make a really beautiful illustration, this kind of way of doing highlights can make that illustration as pretty as possible. So I think I've got enough of the white highlights here. I'm switching over to my Dixon Ticonderoga standard number 2 pencil that anyone can find, and I'm really going to start flying in here with the shading, just to make sure I don't completely run out of time. This is going to end up being a real-time video, so that's why I can't labor over this section for too much longer. This kind of thing, I think you can get away with being a little bit sloppy, almost a little bit messy. I mean, sometimes once you've got those main lines in, and that's the stuff you've kind of labored over, this kind of thing you can just sort of dash in, and it has a sort of a liveliness to it. I've noticed that even with like the great masterpieces of like Rembrandt and stuff like that, they would really work on the face a lot, and then you see when they get down to like the clothing, they really just loosen up, because they know that they've got the likeness of this person down, and that's the most important part of the drawing. So you can kind of do the same sort of thing with manga, that once you get the most important part of your drawing in place, why not loosen up for the other lines, and then you have a nice balance of looseness and tightness. That's what my teachers were always encouraging me to do back in college. And people have asked me, did you go to like a special college, a special art college, or something like that? I really didn't. I went to Kalamazoo College, which is not famous for its art program. But I had a great teacher there. I've referred to him before, David Small, published author, illustrator, and winner of the Caldecott, I should say. And he was a great teacher for me, still guiding me in a way, his words even today. I'm going to go ahead and dash in this last part, because I do think we are going to run out of time, since this is a sort of real-time video here. I would probably spend much more time shading if I were creating a finished illustration here. So this is kind of the limitations of real-time video coming into play here. But I may put this on my DeviantArt account, and you can see the finished thing later. Let me just make the quick little plug for my manga series. There are 4 books in the series. I've only got the first one here at the moment. But thanks in advance. A lot of you have gone out and got it, and I just really appreciate that support. And I will be back with more videos. This time I can say my usual line. Thanks for watching all the videos. We'll be back with another one real soon.